Hello everyone, my name is Giz and welcome to my brand new survival world. Originally this was going to be a hardcore world, but then I realized that I'd never even slain the Ender Dragon on a solo world, so it wouldn't really make sense for me to jump straight into the fence on a hardcore world. But to spice up this series, each time that we die, we are going to be penalized for it. I'm thinking of 10 diamonds to start off, and we can change that as we progress through the series. With that being said, I hope you guys stick around through this series and follow along with the journey. So without any further ado, let's get started with this world. To start this off, we are going to be punching these trees. Now this is the first step to every single Minecraft world. It looks like we got ourselves 5 wood, so let's make this into some planks. We can get ourselves a crafting table. And I see a body of water right here. So that means we are going to set sail into the ocean. Take the crafting table with us, go straight into the body of water, and set sail. I decided that I was going to grab this sugarcane on the way. Well, this was a very short-lived journey. As I was climbing up this mountain, I noticed that there were some trees burning. So like the hero I am, I had to put out the fires and make sure the forest was safe. The fire was extremely hard to put out as it just kept spreading to every single tree in the area. As I was standing on this tree putting the fire out, one of the leaves burned out from underneath me and I almost fell in the lava. This was actually a really close call. Alright, so this is the last tree that was on fire, and with this job being well done, I think we would have made Mr. Beast proud. Now lucky for me, I just decided I was going to look over yonder and I noticed that there are some spruce trees here. This made me want to go over there and take a look and see what I could find inside this biome. And with this river being in the way, the most efficient way to travel across it is by boat. That's a skeleton. Let's run past that. As I was running through the forest, I noticed that there was an ice spike biome just to my left. Having this here is a really great resource, especially whenever we decide to do nether highways in the future, or even just item transportation. No, 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 no. I'm honestly pretty surprised that I even lived that situation. Get me out. We have to ditch the boat. I'd rather let the creeper explode on me. There's another creeper. I'm out here. As we go over the side of this mountain, the best thing that I could ever see is right in front of me. A village! Yes, a village! I woke up the next morning and it all felt like a nightmare. We are starting this off by gathering some of this wheat here. So here, let's get ourselves some bread. This should hold us over for just a little bit. I'm going to continue to collect these hay bales here. After we collected the hay bales, we borrowed whatever items that the villagers had inside of their chests. Here you can see, I'm trying to persuade this villager with my basket of goods. We placed the workstation inside the building, hopefully the villager to follow, but it was too smart for me. Right whenever I was about to give up hope, this villager decides to walk right in. As we could see, this villager wanted to take a look at my goodies, so he went inside and we blocked him off. Of course, we're doing this all for the villagers' own safety. After giving the villagers a home, we decided to chop some more trees. Here I seen the villagers were having a gathering, so I decided to stress them out by ringing the gong. Well, it's not a gong, but at least in our world it is. Now, while we're waiting for these trees to grow, I think we might need to get our food supply a little bit better. I don't really know how we are going to do that though. As I was collecting some snacks, I realized that there is a shipwreck right off the coast. We're gonna make a quick pit stop and make ourselves some doors. Alright, so from that we got ourselves some carrots, some wheat, and some paper, as well as these leather mending pants. Go ahead and put these on. Okay, so not too much from that chest there. Okay, I think that's all the chests that this had. I'll definitely come back here and look at it again, but we need to start getting ourselves some other resources, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it for now. I'm gonna be placing all the loot that we have received in this chest right here, except for the iron. I actually want to keep the iron out. Maybe some of the wood we're gonna keep out as well. Here I decided to make an iron pick. With the remaining iron, I'm just gonna make the helmet. It looks like we have ourselves a wandering trader here. And nothing good as per usual. Actually, I got a couple things I want to trade with him really quick, so just stay right there, wandering trader. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know what happened to the wandering trader. He declined my offer and just left. Not sure if he'll ever come back. Let's just continue going on. I was feeling a little bit adventurous, so I went on an expedition and ran into this cave. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself some more sticks. 40 torches. That should be okay for now. After we made the torches, we set into the cave. This is the first piece of iron that I have collected so far on this world. Here's another lonely piece of iron. Here's 3 more iron, and I decided to collect some dripstone while I was down here. Here's 2 epic battles with some creepers that I had. Both of them forfeited the fight though. It's my weakness, it's my weakness, it's my weakness. It's my weakness, it's my weakness. After regenning some health, I decided to take on the skeleton, and I emerged victorious. Here we decided to place some torches so no more mobs spawned, and we found some more iron while we were at it. Here's a second pocket of iron that we found. And just in case this was too slow, I sped up the video for you guys. Here's a third one. And here is another one that we found as well. Next, I decided to mine because I saw the outline of this geode, so I wanted to try to find the entrance to it. I decided not to mine it because I didn't have fortune yet, and I really want to mine all those blocks whenever I have fortune. And here is a copper vein that had a little bit of gold attached to it. I actually don't use copper that much in my build, so I'm going to try to use it this time around. Once this was all mined, I decided to head up to the surface. When exiting the cave, I was attacked by some skeletons. Fortunately, I was able to escape. This bed is occupied, just unoccupy it then. This villager was pretty stubborn, but after stepping on his face, he decided to get up out of the bed. The next morning, we made up 3 furnaces so we can start smelting our items, but we ended up only using 1. We only had 9 coal left in our inventory, so we decided just to use it on 1 coal block to smelt everything. With the first amount of iron that came out, we decided that we were going to make an axe and go chop down the trees that we planted. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the wood chopping, so here we are doing it super fast for you. You're welcome. Honestly, I was getting bored at this point, but you guys get the deal. As you can see by the end of this, we have 45 wood. Once I was done with that, I actually started to replant some of the crops that have already grown. I really need to start making my own farms. Okay, with this little patch of land right here, I'm going to grab my 23 saplings and we're going to plant all these trees down in this area so that we can have a wood supply. You really thought I was going to bore you with more sapling placing? Let's go ahead and speed this up. Alright, with all these saplings planted, we're going to now take on another adventure, and I want to explore this little plateau here, because I might have a special plan for it, for a future build. Climbing up this mountain actually appeared to be quite the challenge, but with my parkour skills, nothing can stop me from going to the top. Needless to say, there was nothing more than a giant hole up here. Upon arriving home, I realized that I had 26 iron sitting in my furnace. I completely forgot about it at this point. So with all this new iron that we have, we decided to make a chest plate and some boots. Going to equip both of these. And I decided I was going to make some pants right after. And with that being done, now we have a full set of iron armor. For the tools, we do have an iron pick and an iron axe. We're going to have to make another iron pick pretty soon. But to deal with all of these skeletons that are out here, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually make myself a shield. I definitely know the shield recipe. Now that we have a shield, let's get ourselves a new sword. And with that new sword, we are going to make ourselves another iron pick. Alright guys, we are looking pretty good now. We have ourselves a nice shield, we have ourselves a sword, as well as full iron armor. So now, I think that we can take on anything inside the caves. Meaning, I'm no longer scared of these skeletons, since now, well, we can block what the skeletons throw at us. So I didn't actually plan for this, but we have 4 villagers inside this animal pen. We're actually going to put some animals in here, but for the time being, I guess these villagers can stay in here since it's safe. Except for the fact that any zombie could walk straight over this. But we're going to fix that. Okay, we just had an escapee, so now we have 3 villagers in there. Not sure how I'm going to have to deal with this one. Alright, so back to where these villagers are. I'm just going to take these fences here. And there we go. Now no mobs can actually get in to these villagers. They couldn't, even if they wanted to. Alright guys, the next step for me was to go into the side of this mountain and get ourselves some cobblestone. I really wanted to collect a lot of this because this is going to be one of the main blocks that I'm going to use. So you guys don't have to sit through the pain and suffering that I did. I'm going to speed up the rest of the video for you until we have enough cobblestone. Also, if you guys made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you guys watching this. This channel is just starting off, so I'm still learning how to structure these videos without making it too repetitive. I haven't had any parts in the video like this where it was just me talking over a mining session, so I wanted to add one and see what you guys would think about it. Anyways guys, this is almost the end of the mining session. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out. Make sure you guys leave a like or a dislike, and leave a comment down below. All feedback is greatly appreciated. Anyways, I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so whenever I returned home, it was actually nighttime, so I decided to take a nap. After waking up, we see we have 4 stacks of cobblestone that we have collected from that mining session. At the cost of 2 iron picks though. So here's something a little bit different. Right whenever I was about to get off for the night, this villager decided to grief me a little bit. Why would the... That was the scariest thing. Don't open... I'm being trolled. Slabs, 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 slabs. Nope, nope. You are a nightmare. We have some special plans for this little guy now. I'm not sure what yet, but he's trapped in here, and no other villager can get in. So, be prepared, buddy. You're gonna have yourself a really, really fun time. A really fun time, I promise. Don't forget that. Anyways, after that incident, I decided to go outside and mow the grass. I wanted to get this area completely grass-free so that I can start building some animal pens here. But before we do that, we of course had to make ourselves an iron shovel. Next up was getting to digging. I dug out this 1 block deep square and then decided to put some fences around it. Once all the fences were in place, we got some wool, made some carpets, and put them on top of the fences. This allows it so that I can jump out of the pen, but the animals can't. The next step for us was to lead these animals into the pen. Firstly, we grabbed a couple cows, and then we ran into a couple sheep as well. They were being a little bit uncooperative, but we managed to get them there in the end. Okay, from that last clip, we actually got 2 sheep and 2 cows in this one pen. I'm actually going to separate these sheep. I want to make another one of these squares just over here where I can have the sheep at, and then I can have the cows over here. And so that's what we did. We got straight to work on digging out this hole, placing these fences in, and then putting the carpets on top of the fences. This next step was proven to be quite the challenge, but we had to move the sheep into the pen. After the sheep were moved, we decided to breed them and then get our first new sheep. Same thing with the cows, we bred them and got our first new cow. Next, we grabbed a couple more sheep and put them in the pen. After grabbing a couple more sheep, we decided to make another pen and then fill up this pen with some pigs, following the same steps as digging out the hole, putting in the fences, and then putting the carpet on top of the fences. Next step was to lure the pigs straight into the pen, and these ones had little to no trouble getting in. And here we go, we have 3 little piggies inside the pen. Alright guys, so I actually lost track of time and I didn't realize that this was a 17-minute video already. I didn't make as much progress as I would have liked to on this first episode, but in the second episode we should make a little bit more progress, get a little bit more resources, hopefully some more adventures going on, and I really want to get done with my first build while I'm at it as well. Anyways guys, I really appreciate you watching. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.